Hello and welcome to the Healthy Grocery Shopping webinar. My name is Julia Wilkins from the Health New England Health Management team. In this session, we will be discussing how to make your grocery shopping trip a healthy one and to shop smart. Let's start with some current eating habits of Americans today. Did you know that we spend 50% of our food budgets on eating out versus 25% about 45 years ago? We also spent $100 billion on fast food versus $6 billion in 1970. It's no surprise that there's a rise in obesity rates and type 2 diabetes due to these statistics. Not only are we spending a lot of money, but 40% of our calories are coming from food prepared by others. Why is this a negative thing? Well, each meal that we eat outside of our homes contain an additional 134 calories. The time that we see the most impact is during lunch. Eating this away from home can pack an additional 158 calories. Doing this over time not only affects our budget, but our waistline as well. So before you go grocery shopping, here are some tips. It's really important to plan ahead. Start before you even get there by planning meals for the week and writing down what you need. So shop with a list. This is another great way to make sure you have a balanced shopping list with foods from all food groups. Have a snack before you go. Don't shop hungry. An empty stomach can result in impulse buys that might not be the healthiest choices. Beware of the pitfalls when shopping with young children. This can't always be avoided, but be aware that children are attracted to the bright packages with cartoons on them and may beg for you to buy them. Lastly, ensure that there's safe transportation of your food from the grocery store to your house. When in the store, check the packages for damage, put raw foods in plastic bags so that they don't touch other foods, and shop the frozen and refrigerated aisles last. Then take your food home immediately to the refrigerator. Try not to have any other errands after grocery shopping. Some general guidelines when grocery shopping are to focus on choosing those whole, real, unprocessed foods. Sticking to the outer aisles of the store will help with this. This is where all the fruits and vegetables, dairy, meat, and fish are located. When you are looking at packaged foods, beware of dubious health claims like all natural. There's no guidelines or standards for these claims, and it can be confusing. And always check those nutrition labels and the ingredients at the bottom. If the list of ingredients are difficult to pronounce, you know they aren't real food. Usually a product with less than 5 ingredients is a good option, and check out to see if it says partially hydrogenated oil, fully hydrogenated, any type of shortening, artificial colors, artificial flavors, or high fructose corn syrup. Talking more about those dubious health claims, there's a lot of myth or misconceptions when looking at the front package of a food. Beware of those that make health claims with no backing. Some examples include multigrain, 12-grain, or 7-grain. These are not interchangeable with whole grain. A multi-grain bread contains more than one type of grain, but a whole grain bread has all parts of the grain kernel. So always look for whole wheat or whole oat. Foods may also say that they're high in antioxidants or organic. Organic on a food package only means that 70% of the product has organic ingredients. Some foods may also say that they're made with real fruit or high in fiber or have a full serving of vegetables, but there's no value associated with these claims. A very common marketing word is natural or all natural. The FDA has no definition of natural. The only time it allows it on food is on meat and poultry, and this means that it contains no artificial ingredients or added color. So be aware of these confusing claims. Fresh produce is something you always want to include on your grocery shopping list. Look out for variety and things with deep, rich color. Buy the quantity that you need for your family and that won't spoil before consuming. Stick to those superfoods like tomatoes, berries, broccoli, pumpkin, avocado, and cabbage. If you have a hard time getting fruits and vegetables into your diet, think about convenience. Buy things that are pre-cut or naturally easier to consume like baby carrots, grape tomatoes, or apples. It's always a great idea to try to buy locally, and those smaller fruits like strawberries and raspberries are really packed with a lot of dense nutrients. It's common for us to think that fresh produce is expensive, so really look out for the best bargains. Locally grown or in season are always less expensive than out of season. Not only do you save money, but these products are fresher. If you have enough people in your house to consume fruits and vegetables while they are still fresh, buy them in bulk. Also always look for store specials and flyers or at the store, as well as any reduced price areas. It's best to buy fruits and vegetables in their most natural state because they often taste better and are cheaper versus frozen or prepackaged. Shopping for meats and seafood can be a trap of high saturated fat and calorie content. Try to limit your red meats like beef, pork, and lamb, especially those fatty cuts high in saturated fat that are processed. You don't have to cut out red meats entirely from your diet, so when you do choose them, make sure they're the leaner cuts like ground sirloin, ground round, or extra lean. When buying other types of meats, choose ground turkey or ground chicken. You can also buy chicken and turkey breasts that are naturally lean. Seafood have a lot of great health benefits, so always try and incorporate those into your grocery shopping list as well. Choices like salmon, shrimp, tuna, and sardines are all great ideas. When you look at any type of meat, it usually has a percentage. This means the percentage of fat. So if something says 7% fat, you know it's the leanest grade. And these fat percentages can go all the way up to about 45%, so always choose the lower fat option. Dairy is an important nutrient, but you want to avoid full fat products. When you're looking to buy milk, cheese, ice cream, cream, sour cream, or butter, always avoid the full fat version and choose the reduced fat, low fat, or skim versions. There's a lot of varieties of low fat, non-fat, or even Greek yogurts that have fruit or are plain, so there's a variety to choose from. But always try to avoid those stick margarines that are high in saturated fat. When it comes to buying eggs, choose those that are enriched with DHA omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are the primary structure component of our brain, skin, and eye health. You might be surprised to know that there's no nutritional difference between a white and brown egg. It just depends on the chicken that lays the egg. If you want to incorporate eggs into your diet, but you're a diabetic, have high cholesterol, or cardiovascular disease, talk to your doctor to see if it's a good option for you. Canned goods may be a good option to keep food longer, but generally they're less nutritious than the fresh or frozen versions. We can all agree that canned don't taste as well as fresh, but they could also have some harmful chemicals, preservatives, or leak. There are a few canned products that still retain their excellent nutritional value that you can buy. These include any form of tomato products, beans, 100% pumpkin, 100% sweet potato puree, or any canned seafood products. When choosing canned, always look for the low sodium versions. You can see it right on the front of the label. Healthy carbohydrates are a great addition to your diet, and you can find them in grains and cereals. When shopping for grains, only look for the 100% whole grain products. Like we said before, though, 7 or 12 grains are not the same as 100% whole grain. Grains that are physically intact, like oatmeal or brown rice, are the better options versus flour-based products, like white rice. Stick to the same rules when buying cereal. Choose 100% whole grain, and always look at the fiber and sugar on the food label. You want more than 5 grams of fiber per serving in that cereal, as well as one of the more difficult things to find, less than 10 grams of sugar per serving. When you shop for oil, make sure it's extra virgin olive oil, because the way the extra virgin olive oil is made, it has more flavor and vitamins and minerals, as well as lower oleic acid that can cause disease. Make sure you know what you're using your oil for and buy accordingly. For baking, choose canola oil, or if you're cooking things at very high heat, choose peanut, sesame, or coconut oil. We hear a lot about consuming omega-3 fatty acids and how they're good for you, but omega-6 fats are not good for you, and they're in a lot of our foods, so we want to try to avoid them. They're found in corn, soybean, and vegetable oil. Lastly, always avoid shortenings like Crisco. When shopping for condiments, always look for the salt and sugar values, as well as seeing if it has any high fructose corn syrup. Try to get the reduced sodium or low sugar options. You can also make your own. Some easy ones to make are ketchup, mayonnaise, and even peanut butter. Some stores have a little kiosk where you can make your own peanut butter. And always avoid those bottled fat-based sauces like Alfredo or cheese dips. Shopping at the deli can allow for a quick sandwich or snack to be on hand. A lot of delis have rotisserie chickens or turkeys that are really convenient and flavorful. If you're buying deli meats and cheeses, always try to find the ones that are lower in calories and fats. Cheeses usually have a reduced fat option, and products like Lacy Swiss, provolone, and mozzarella are naturally low in fat and healthier versions to buy. With deli meats, choose ones that are nitrate-free and lean. Naturally lean cuts are roast beef, chicken, and turkey. Brands that usually offer healthier or leaner cuts are Boar's Head, Dees Watson, and Applegate Farms. But you can always ask the store employees what good options are as well. Other types of deli meats can be more processed, so you want to stay away from things like ham, bolognas, wurst, sausages, franks, and loaves. These products are high in sodium, fat, and nitrates, which can increase the risk of colon cancer. And due to the high sodium, they can also increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, and stroke. So always stick to those choices that are low in fat and low in sodium. When it comes to those rich gourmet artisan cheeses made with whole milk, it's okay to eat them, just have them for special occasions or holidays. There are a lot of snacks that you can buy at the grocery store that are relatively ready to eat. Nuts and seeds are packed with protein and vitamins and minerals, as well as any type of vegetable or fruit. A great source of soy can be found in soy nuts or dried wasabi peas that have all the essential amino acids our body needs. As long as you stick to the 100% rule, you can find whole grain crackers as well. All these snacks can have sides for dipping. Healthy sides include hummus or bean dips, guacamole, salsa, peanut butter, or cheese. You can buy these dips already made or buy the ingredients to make them at home. Some more snacks are yogurt. You can buy it in a tub or in individual containers. Low-fat plain is best, but if you like to add stuff to your yogurt, buy some fruit to do so. For convenience, grocery stores sell single-serving cheeses that are part skim or reduced fat. Buy ingredients for homemade smoothies or unsweetened applesauce. Try some dried fruit, just make sure it doesn't have high sugar. You can also purchase some whole grain cereals, Kashi granola bars, trail mix, hard-boiled eggs, or dark chocolate. Just make sure it has at least 70% or more of cocoa to get a great boost of antioxidants. Frozen foods are an option to help keep your food longer as well as great additions to meals. But make sure you only buy the whole, real foods. Frozen foods also have ingredient lists on their package, so read that to make sure there's no additional sugars or salts. You might be surprised to find some that have added butter, sauces, or sugars. When it comes to frozen microwave meals, don't even consider buying these. They're full of additives, salt, and high calories. Buying beverages at the grocery store should not be high on your list. You want to avoid all sugary beverages like soda, fruit drinks, sweetened iced tea, iced coffee, or vitamin and fitness waters. Drinks with artificially sweeteners are no better. Things like energy drinks and diet soda can cause weight gain and the thought that you can consume more in a meal. The aspartame and saccharin in artificially sweetened beverages encourage our sugar cravings. Sports beverages like Powerade and Gatorade are okay when needed. Only drink these drinks when participating in vigorous activity that lasts an hour or more. The only things that you may want to buy at a grocery store are bottled water, sparkling water, seltzer, unsweetened iced tea, or the loose leaf teas and ground coffee. 100% fruit juices may sound like a good idea, but really read that label to make sure there's not a ton of sugar or calories. So now that you've learned how to shop smart at the grocery store, you are ready to take the Healthy Grocery Shopping Challenge. Using the link below, fill out the chart. Make a plan of your meals before going to the grocery store. Then, make your list according to what you need. By doing so, you are less likely to buy additional unhealthy items. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the health management team at healthydirections@hne.com. We hope you are ready to make that next shopping trip a healthy one. Thank you.